Hi friends, welcome to ReCollection, the show where I play old games as I slowly rebuild my video game collection. A bit of an aberration here. We're actually playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, not on cartridge form, but because it's so readily available on one of the other places you can play it. It's available on Virtual Console, it's available on Switch, but it's also available on the NES Classic Mini, and that's how we're playing it here today. So, we've been doing a long playthrough of Zelda 2 The Adventure of Link as a live stream, and then there wasn't an episode for a very, very long time. Why didn't that happen? Well, folks, the answer to that is very simple, and I'm going to show you right now. It's because I am stupid. If you pop out here to Ye Old Menu, on the NES Mini Classic, you will see that there are various save files. Now, I haven't been using save states in any way to quote unquote cheat, although I actually recommend if you're playing this game for fun, you do use save states. But so far, we haven't used them. However, I have been using them between sessions to make sure I could come back where I left off. Unfortunately, I accidentally erased a lot of my progress. Immediately after the last time I showed off Zelda 2, and as a result, there was much sadness in my heart, and that's what everyone had to wait. Hello, greetings, Sluggo and Mars. Nice to see you. So, the hero in slumber, like Link, actually, the hero in slumber in this case, Princess Zelda. All right, let's play. Let's play some video games. So, we are ready for the sixth palace. I think I've talked enough. I brought us back up levelized to where we were last time around, and we are ready to just go and explore new areas of the map. So, in case you're joining us for the first time, here's where we are. There's Princess Zelda. The followers of Ganon want to resurrect him. He's dead. To do that, they need my blood. So, they're all over the place, like those guys, out here to kill me. I, on the other hand, have a pocket full of gems that I'm taking to palaces, which I am using one by one to deactivate a force field at a great palace that I haven't visited yet, so that I can go and finally end the curse of Ganon once and for all. A direct sequel to the original Legend of Zelda. We crossed the sea here with our raft we obtained some time ago, and we're going to use a flute that we just got in the fifth palace, the water palace, that we defeated, to open up a new area of the map. And we're going to get beat up by these guys for a second because we don't want to waste magic fighting them because they're just a big pain in the butt. These guys are a pain as well. We're just going to kind of let the damage happen and move right through them. Because I only have actually one more level up I can do. And I'm going to get that level up. There's really not a lot of use in fighting if I don't have to anymore, because you get a free level up every time you beat a palace, and with only one more to do. And there we are. We play the recorder, play the flute. Yes, we are through. Oh, uh-oh. And thus begins the first instance of dinosaurs throwing rocks at us. An important part of Zelda 2. Dinosaurs throwing rocks will become a continual theme in the game from here on out. And as you can see, their aim is pretty darn accurate. There's a lot of a lot of various creatures throwing things and shooting things at you from here on out in Zelda 2. It's been so long that I feel like I owe you guys a bit of an explanation on why I'm choosing to cover this oft-maligned and genuinely difficult video game. Well, folks, I will tell you. The reason is because Zelda 2 is very dear to my heart because despite its many flaws, I think it is a stunningly crafted action game and one of the very few true predecessors to the Dark Souls school of adventure games that you really will find in the past. Its most direct connection there is the fact that it's a game built around a very limited move set and a wide number of enemies. And no matter what enemy you're facing, with a very few exceptions involving your small arsenal of magic spells, pretty much one of your 7 fundamental base moves, or a combination of them, is going to be able to defeat that enemy, but you're always having to do it in a different way. Now, watching me run to this section of the map and get my butt kicked is not giving you a great impression of that. I just used life magic to refill my life bar there because I was getting beat up so much. But just about everybody you fight and face can be taken on by an upward attack, a lower attack, an upward thrust, a downward thrust, a jumping punch, a high block, and a low block. Why didn't my high block work there? Well, this enemy shoots fire, and my shield can't block fire unless I use a magic spell. So instead, I'm going to fight this guy a different way. He's also only vulnerable when his eyes open. So this guy, very vulnerable to downward thrust. if I wanted to spend the magic, I would simply sit there and spar with them. You'll also notice on the top of the screen, this is my usual introduction, that there are a number of bars above me there. There is a magic bar used for casting magic spells. Each box in the magic bar is worth 16 of these magic points. There's a life bar, and then above those you see numbers: magic 8, life 8, and sword 7. Those are my levels. You level up with experience points in this game. Max level for each of these is 8. What do they do? Well, having a 7 in sword means that I'm almost maxed out in sword damage. And 8 in magic means my spells cost less than they ever have before, and life is effectively armor. So right now, I have the equivalent of the red ring in any other Zelda game. We're going to go over here and explore this village and hope that we do not die. We're actually going to reset that run there, because doing that you always want to get started right off on these bridges if you can. It's a very good chance I'm going to get knocked off here and die. It's not hard to do. Why am I not fighting these blue guys? Because they can only be harmed by fire, and I really just don't want to fool with the spell stuff right now. Again, I'd be fighting and playing in a very different way if I weren't in a hurry, but I want to get down here to this village so we can start looking around and exploring. But wait! Invisible things in the village? What? Surely not. That's right. This village, really irritating, full of invisible enemies, and also abandoned. Strange. Katsuo. Strange. It is deserted. That's right, the deserted village of Katsuo filled only with annoying, invisible enemies at this point. What could possibly be happening? It's a mystery. So when I was a kid, I found this and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I was not used to mysteries in my games. But wait, this guy is telling me the town is dead. Look east in the woods. East in the woods? What could possibly be there? And so I will actually have to double back and probably lose a life here. We're going to the palace here pretty quick. But before we go to the palace, we definitely want to grab what's in the hidden town of Katsuo. And I am so low on life and magic that we're going down a life here, probably on our journey across this bridge. Well, we'll see. Maybe. Oh, I got hit in the back of the head. Oh, look at that. Well, we made it this far. By the way, the palace is right there, but we're not going there yet. We're going to hope to get by this scorpion without dying. Cannot possibly have less life than I do right now. Uh-oh, red dinosaur. No real defense against him. Moving along here, we want to go. Oh, now we're in the woods. What other horrible... Orange dinosaur made me dead. All right, so far so good. How bored are you? Ladies and gentlemen, while we're loading in, I'm going to answer a couple of questions here. Somebody says, hey, I hope you're doing well. Yes, Houston Arcade, I am doing well. Thank you very much. Darth Stridius, hello. Good to see you. Good evening to you as well. Sai O the Torrent, indeed, Kebabs on TV. Why does Barrett refuse to play it? I don't know. Why does Barrett do any? Why does Barrett think Donkey Kong Country is a good video game? Why does Barrett think Donkey Kong 64 is a better video game? There's some things about Barrett that just can't be explained. Why does anyone like him? It doesn't make sense. I like him, but I don't really know why. All right, anyway, there's that. We move on. While I'm sitting here doing this little bit of hunter-gathering to get ready for the 6th palace, this is the passageway we need to go through up here. I'm curious what y'all are playing. I won't be able to look at the chat until my next pause, but I'd really like to know. What are you playing right now? Just curious. Are you enjoying it? Let me know, please. Also, I appreciate this small, dedicated cadre of people that want to watch this cool old game. Notice how I'm bouncing off those guys' heads? You get to a stage in Zelda 2, you're just like, it's not worth fighting anymore until you have to. And so a lot of this head bouncing stuff is about just like, I am over leveled a little bit. I don't need the XP these guys are going to give me. So I'm just like, screw it. I don't need to fight them. Now, that's not so much a design flaw as the way I play. Okay, so remember the hammer we had before? We found the hammer a long time ago, and it opened up a big part of the map. But the hammer doesn't just knock down rocks. The hammer also knocks down trees. And so, if you search in just the right place, in just the right woods, and knock down just the right trees, you you will eventually find the hidden town of Katsu. Unfortunately, these enemies keep popping up very quickly, so I am not finding it. It's not hard to find. It's one of these. Which one is it? It's been a while since I've done Katsu. Okay, thank you for that. Let's try again. So this top row? Oh, jeez, come on. Wow, there's a lot of enemy attacks here. Every time I step back into the woods, it's happening. There we are. And there's the hidden town. I was so proud when I was a kid and I found this on my own. I always tried to think the way that I thought the video game designer was, and I played a lot of like adventure games around this time, and so this was the same kind of thing. I cannot help you. Well, thanks a lot there. I'm not going to talk to every person, don't worry. We had to flee Katsu. You did? Well, there are invisible monsters there. Ooh, who are you? You deserve my help. Okay, I mean, we just met, but sure. Ah, big house. That means something cool is waiting in the basement. What's going on here? There is a secret at edge of town. Oh, well, I love secrets at edge of town. Let's check secret at edge of town. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Well, that's cool. I got this here. I got this here nifty thing. So what did I grab? I grabbed a magic container. Just like in other Zeldas, we have heart containers. In this game, we have magic containers. And you see my magic bar up top is now maxed out with 8 blocks. So I've increased my capacity. Is this like one of the only empty houses in the game? I actually don't. Let's see. Where's that? East of Triple I Rock at Seashore. What could that be? A clue? Yes, indeed. Triple I Rock. Well, we already saw that place. This nice lady will refill my magic if I ask her to, but I'm already filled up. This lady, I think, will refill my life, but I'm already filled up. So let's go to Edge of Town and find secret at Edge of Town. Surely not this mysterious chimney. What do we have here? That's right. Bow to the wise man. Jumping and doing the bowing. Remember the magic word. Okay, this is spell magic. Spell magic's weird. It's situational. It's sort of like the flute in the original Legend of Zelda, although I'd have a flute there as well. It only does certain things in separate moments, but it's absolutely imperative to win the game. You cannot complete Zelda 2 without spell magic, and now we have it. So we've picked up a magic container. We've picked up this spell magic. There's only one magic left in the game, and that's Thunder, which is effectively the attack everything on the screen magic. But we're not to Edge of Town yet, and we did hear there was a secret at Edge of Town. So let's go to Edge of Town. Hey, look, Edge of Town. If only I knew a mysterious new spell that made strange things happen. Ah, that is a very tall, very narrow door. What will one find in here? Something mysterious going on. That's right, the freaking magic key, which we also desperately need. That'll open all doors forever, keys unto infinity. We now have all but one of the passive items in the game. We have 7 of the 8 spells. We are really near ready to take on the Great Palace. We only have 1 jewel left to get rid of that last little bit of force field at the Great Palace. That means taking on Palace number 6. But we also want to go check and see what's east of 3-Eye Rock. Yes, indeed. And we're going to go do that right now. Fun fact, I already know what's east of 3-Eye Rock. I asked what you guys are playing, talking about it. Do you finish Zelda 2 over and over? Somebody asked. It's one of those games I only won once but never again. Yeah, I've played this a lot. I'm not great at it right now, but when I get into a mood, I might beat it, then go back through and beat it again, which is a weird one. Let's see. My favorite book is Book. Yeah, you guys talking about spell magic? That makes sense. Anybody talk about what they're playing now? No, nobody's jumped it in. Oh, you jumping and outrunning the sword beam? You gotta try. You gotta try to outrun the sword beam. Maybe this will be the time. All right. One day I'm gonna catch it. Oh, well, if I hadn't been fooling with that, I probably would not have run into the dinosaur man. Oh, well. I always felt kind of bad for the dinosaur guys. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of on their turf. Like, I understand why they're upset. Some dude in a like green dress comes running along into their like forest and starts stabbing everything and stealing their keys and their fairies and their hearts and stuff. Yeah, no wonder they're ticked off. I really do feel like these some of these guys get a bad rap. Dinosaur guy, yep. On the other hand, that thing's like a spider, so screw it. So more like a big wood tick almost. Aha! Oh, what do we have here? A mysterious place in the woods. Oh, pea bag! So pea bags contain, first off, it's fun to say pea bag. Second, they contain experience that, again, I don't really need. Now, there's 3-eye rock. So now, oh, we run into these. Oh, one of the few Zelda 1 enemies that you'll encounter in this game. I believe that would be the levers. You also see Octoroks in this game. I don't know if you ever see Tektites. I can't remember. And let's see. It's right along here. There we are. Ah, last heart container. All right, folks. We are one level away from maxed out, one spell away from maxed out. But to go get that thunder spell, we are first and foremost going to have to deal with the palace, because the item in the palace that allows us to see invisible things and make the town a little easier is the cross, and we're going to go grab it now. So where is this mysterious palace? Well, I do have a magical flute that makes things appear when blown, and look at that. Just where you'd expect. Now, I think if I punch this dude in the face, he comes and gets me. Oh, somebody's playing 3 Hogwarts. Looks like a lot of folks are playing Fire Emblem based on this. Let's see. No, well, we don't have poop bags. There are only pea bags, kebabs. There are no poop bags there. Let's see. I love that Britain 1207 was determined to outrun that. That makes me so happy. All right, we finally reached the palace, and look at that. Back in olden times, when we punched those, we got red potions. Now we get red iron knuckles. So that sucks. Because really what I needed was Zelda 2 getting harder. My memory of the Sixth Palace is hazy. I haven't played it in a while. And it's big, and it's labyrinthine, and it's confusing, and kind of unfair. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun here. Uh-oh! Skeleton beach ball already hit me. Well, we don't need the pea bag from up there, but we are going to have to deal with the skeleton beach ball. Fortunately, skeleton beach balls don't take as long to kill as they used to. Used to take like well over 100 hits to kill one. Now I don't have to do that anymore. So let's start exploring this place. Now the interesting thing about this palace, unlike every other one we faced, is that all we have to do is find the item and find the end. We already have unlimited keys. So there's none of that crap to deal with. And that's nice. I'm going to deal with this jerk. The jump can be done. I'm just bad at jumping. There we go. Got over the edge there. Alright. So Staphos with a funny hat. He's dead. I hate the orange guy that poops fire. He's just irritating. I mean, look at that guy. Especially irritating does that. Alright. Again, we're not going for the XP, so we don't need to worry about that. Staphos, funny hat, comes at us. We take, oh jeez, pea bags everywhere. What a potion. Oh, nothing over here but experience. It's just like, hey, are you under-leveled? You'd better level up. There's a lot of that around here. And we kind of got ahead of ourselves in the game. There we go. That guy's dead. That always pleases me when I finish him off. Alright, let's go on through here. Oh. Should I go grab the bag anyway? Just because I can? Let's see. Oh, somebody's playing... What? Oh, folks are talking about... What's the card-based Kingdom Hearts? What are they talking about? Oh, I'm just trying to read the chat here for a second. Sorry. Alright. I got distracted. That's right. You just wave a shiny object in front of my eyes, and that will do it. So it sounds like folks that are watching right now, a lot of folks playing Fire Emblem in their spare time. How many, I'm curious, folks in the chat, how many of you have actually ever played Zelda 2? Like I've heard, some folks have talked about playing it as a kid with me on previous casts. And I'm really curious who's played it and who's beaten it. Because beating it and playing it are two vastly different things, definitely. I don't look down on anybody that has not beaten Zelda 2. It is not an impossible game, but toward the end, it gets real mean. And if you underlevel at the beginning, it can be hard all the way through. So I'm curious, who has beaten this thing? Squirrel! Exactly. Let's see. I haven't beaten it in a number of years on 3DS. That's what Button Britain says. Played but not beaten, says Logo. Yep. Kebabs attempted it. And it was like, yeah, no way. Yeah. Wasted bandwidth to beat it with a guide, obviously. Oh, these guys! I haven't seen them in a long time. Okay, so now we gotta activate Reflect Magic. These dudes are irritating. They're not all that difficult, but they force you to burn magic points, and if you don't know they're coming, they'll often get a cheap hit on you like that one did. Okay. Oh, I forgot he does that. That was amateur hour right there. I forgot it goes through it. I think there's another one of those little zappy guys around. Might as well use it to kill him since I've got it. I was hoping for a red potion. Sometimes you want to get a red potion drop just so you can refill your life in a palace. Alright, we continue through. I like the color scheming on the palaces. Okay. Okay, come on, come on. It's just rewarding. This is Sparta! That's right, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. I would like to apologize to everyone for just doing that. It was... There's no excuse. There's no forgiveness. I don't deserve your love for the This is Sparta. I just couldn't help it. I do love knocking that guy in the hole, though. I don't really have to fight you, so I'm just going to go up here for now. That way you'll wait at the bottom of the stairs when I come back this way and kill me. Yeah, he'll wait around later. Alright, let's see. Oh, more of these guys. Really hoping for a drop here that I haven't gotten. Come on, where you at, Reflecto, man? I also love how those things are decorative early in the game, and then they become like, hello, we will kill you now. Decorative gargoyles turned into monsters. That's neat. Aha! You were unsuccessful in thwarting me, sir. That's right. Upward thrust. Bam! You're dead. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, so it's a first person. That's a piece. What? Let's see. Wizrobes are another returning Zelda one. Yeah, that's right. Wizards are another returning one. That's a very good point. Wizrobes totally back. Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, more experience, man. I'm just bypassing all the experience here. That's right. I laugh at experience. Who needs experience when you've got Moxie or the ability to fall in a hole and get hit by a club unnecessarily, which is what just happened to me. There was no reason, literally no reason for me to do what I just did. Uh-oh. Man. I forgot there were so many Wizrobes in this palace. Okay, they're not hard. You just... Every time you run into one, you burn... Ah, there we go. And, of course, I don't have enough life left to refill. So we're going to do the quick cheat and save some magic. See, there you go. That's a secret. If you refill your life very quickly after hitting a red potion, it'll use less magic. If you look up the magic meter, you see I used barely any magic using that spell. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall through the floor right there. Yep, I walked too far that way. That's right, friends. Invisible floor trap. Why? Because the world is cruel and 8-bit games don't like you. And they expect you to count the numbers of statues behind there. They give you more clues than most old games would about that, by the way. The guy that's flying above you dropping fire, if you watch him carefully, he will show you where the hole is. So it's not any more devious than, say, like Bubble Man in Mega Man 2 or something like that, or using the bubble lead in Dr. Wily's palace to find the hole there. But the first time it happens to you, it's a little disconcerting. I actually kind of like that kind of chicanery as long as it's limited. As long as you're only doing it once and it's clear that next time you go back, it's going to be better. So I've had this idea forever for a video game. I've actually got a lot of stuff written up about it. For a video game that's intentionally the worst video game ever, but it's designed to still be fun. And when I say worst game ever, I mean it does, in very clever ways, all the terrible things you hate about video games, from sliding block puzzles to every trope, but then it does it in a way that's both obnoxious and fun. And I wanted to have one level that's built entirely around falling through invisible floors like that. and yet somehow find a way to make it enjoyable for the player, while at the same time pointing out that those areas completely suck. A lot of Wizrobes here. There we are. Oh, another pea bag. Well, we got out of the basement. We escaped from the death dungeon. So that's... Oh, and immediately got... Oh, wow! Screw you. Screw you. That's right. Wow, that dude is not polite. Okay, so now I'm a little worried. Alright, so I fell through the hole last time because I wasn't being careful. One, I believe it's after the third one. So what we do is we don't kill this guy. We dodge his shots. Yeah, it's after this one. And he will, if we do this right, show us where the hole is, roughly. Okay, so we know we can walk at least this far as that line. And that is probably, using jump magic, enough. There we go. And we're past the hole. And we jumped into a Wizrobe, because it's Zelda 2. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of deserve that. I should have chosen to go back, get a potion, refill my life. I was like, oh no, I'm in a hurry. I'll be fine. Hey, Game Go Twitch. Yes, I am having a good day. Thank you for asking. Don't do drugs, kids. Yep. Is this boring, y'all? I need to know. I'm not good at the streaming. I don't really... I mean, I talk a lot in life, but I'm not so good at playing the games and the talking. Always looking for advice on how to be better at this. Here we are. I got that guy. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm just kind of babbling along right now. I watch streamers. I'm never quite sure what that certain je ne sais quoi is. I watch somebody like Gary, who's legitimately good at it, and he's so full of boisterous joy. Oh, look, the boss. Okay, well, I did that. Oh, it's this dude. Oh, I love Horse Boss. All right, let's do shield. Wow, we came the right way quickly. But we don't have the invisible guy killer yet. Horse Boss is awesome. He's not actually all that powerful, but he's irritating. Oh, yeah. Horse Boss's main weakness is once he gets off screen, he is a nightmare. You have to lure him back out and try to get a hit before he goes off screen again. So you go all the way over here, and then come in, block his shots, and there you go. Thank goodness my sword was overpowered. Beautiful. All right, so we beat Horse Boss. Now, this is a good thing for us. Even though we're going to have to go back in the palace and get the cross, it's still awesome that we can do this. Oh, no, he's not. That was not the end of the palace. That guy was just guarding the cross. Okay, that's awesome. Sub-boss for the cross. I completely forgot that happened. Whoa. Let's see. Oh, you guys are so encouraging. Isn't the trick of streaming just shouting obnoxiously every time literally anything good or bad happens? Yeah, that's a very good point. I'm not so good at the... Oh, look, that guy, a monster came out of the statue. That's fun. Iron Knuckle, get your butt out of here. Actually, he does serve a purpose. If I drive him back far enough, he will show me where the hole is again. But unfortunately, I'm going to fall in the hole. No, I did it. Oh, man. Iron Knuckle. I still prefer his name from the original Zelda, where he is Dark Nut. I mean, you know, that's funny. I don't care who you are. Nut. But it's supposed to be Dark Knight, apparently, but that's one of those places where translation failed us in the 80s, so Dark Knight became Dark Nut, and I couldn't be happier to know it. Is there still a Wizrobe in this hallway I didn't kill? Shoot, that's a pain. Alright. And I'm just walking into these things. So I thought I'd killed the final boss, but I hadn't. This palace is the dragon, I think. Oh, and look, this guy, just like I said, he's back here waiting to kill me. Because I chose not to finish him off. Fortunately, I may be able to... Sparta! Okay, that was a little fun for me. That was going to be a jump, but oh, okay. Well, we can go one way or the other. We decided to go left. I'll bet you we have to go right. I think I remember that we have to go right. You know what? We're just gonna not deal with this guy right now. We probably have to climb all the way back to the top. Oh, let's go this way. All right. This is encouraging. It's locked. Why would anybody bother to lock anything that wasn't worth doing? We're not bothering with enemies because when we get to the end of this, we're going to power up our sword one more time, and that'll be that. Oh, no! No! I screwed up. I knew I was dead 3 seconds before I was. Another place. This game is a lot like Dark Souls, as you often are cognitive that you're dead a couple of seconds before the blow lands because you see how it's going to play out once you're experienced with the game. Perfect stream scream. Is that what I need? Okay, that's yeah. No, I don't think the Dark Nuts are Catmen. I mean, I could be making that up, by the way, Britton. Iron Knuckle and Dark Nuts might not be the same guys. I just like to think that way. I actually don't have a canonical there. What's your beef with the with the bottom breakable block? Yeah, I always do like to. Let's see. Ganon will return in Zelda 2, Zelda 3, Return of Ganon. That's a good joke, Pops. All right, so we're going back here. We got to make our way back to Palace number 6. We're halfway through it. We've already got the cross. I actually really hoped I was going to get through that whole palace without dying. Had a pretty good chance of it, I felt like, there for a minute. But unfortunately, I have failed you. I have failed you as a host. I have failed you as a game player. Also, I have failed you because Zelda 2 is pretty darn difficult, even for somebody who's played a fair bit of it. And it has been a while. I haven't. The last time I beat Zelda 2 was at least a couple of years ago. I think that's the last time I played it all the way through. So, which was around the same time my friend Sam Claiborne was playing it for the first time. Sam really enjoyed it, but he definitely used save states and some other things to get through it. I do recommend you play this game with a guide. There are a couple of puzzles that are obdurate. You can figure them out eventually, but there's really not a lot of fun in the figuring out. My brain, when I played this game back in the day, was calibrated for the kind of insanity that the weird, nonsensical puzzles that went into these old games. So I was in a pretty good position to know what I was getting into at that point, and that made figuring some of the puzzles out easier. But there was still plenty of guides help for this even back in the day, and now just look it up. It's fine. The game's action isn't the strongest point. Also, a lot of really good music in this game. I like quite a bit. So now, obviously, that horrible evil cemetery right there is going to become important soon. That being the road to Death Mountain. Oh, yeah, so that's what you got to watch for. Okay. No! Ah! Oh, there we go. Fairy save. You have a spell, lets you turn into a fairy. It costs a lot, but if you can engage it in midair before you fall into a pit, if I'd have thought to do that, for example, in the palace we were just in, I might have had time to employ it, and I used it there to save my life when I about died on a bridge. We're not going to resurrect that guy this time. There's no reason to fight him. So, being able to turn into a fairy, actually a pretty awesome ability in this game. Headed on down here. And I think this time we do, in fact, want to fall down the hole. Just let this guy do his thing. He's going to shoot at us. That's fine. Jump over this dude's attack. Oh, I thought I had him. I was going to show off. There's going to be like, I'm awesome. Look how I leap around to defeat enemies. I was like, oh, wait. Sir, this is not Sparta. This is a Wendy's. There we are. How about that? I did the sir, this is a Wendy's. I mean, that's got to be worth something, right? Okay. So I think, nope, that is definitely not the way I'm supposed to go. Unless that's a secret wall, which it could be. Is that a secret wall? I won't know until I fight him. No, that is not a secret wall. Here's walls you can walk through occasionally. All right. So last time I went to the right, I believe, right here. So let's see if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. I feel like this might be the right way. Get off screen, you. There we go. Knocked you off screen. Alright. Get the fairy magic out again. Here, it's so close to the ground, it's going to be... Oh my gosh, I actually jumped in the hole. Alright. Okay. Wow. Wow. That was really bad. I feel that I owe all of you an apology. Those who have for some reason stuck around for this. That was just so awful. I did not need to do that. That was a poor decision on my part. Okay. I feel like I should activate jump here almost, but I can't tell if it'll make me more or less vulnerable. I really hope there's something at the end of this hole besides just more trouble. Yeah, his head isn't vulnerable to damage, so what we have here is a standoff. I'm trying to bounce off eventually. You punch him in the face, but the top of his head is unharmable. It feels like it's going somewhere. Oh, seriously? Well, let's just hope. Obstacle course. Oh, there we go. I love that you can use the edge of the screen. Like, those guys bounce off the edge wherever the edge may be. So you can kind of manipulate them into being there. Like where you want them. Oh, really? You are not that difficult. There we are. What do you think the odds I'm gonna fall? Uh-oh. Oh dear. So many things can go wrong now. What could be all the way to the right? Oh! Boss. Alright, well, there we are. I always want to use shield magic before a boss if you can, no matter who they're going to be. Oh, it's this guy again. Is this the real boss, or is this another room? I think this is the real boss. Alright, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Just use that nice patient downward slash. Catch him on the way. Alright, come on. I love that horse. Like, I really love the sprite work on that horse. It's got like a look on his face. You see that? Also, that effect when he turns is really good. Watch him. Oh, well. Oh, man, I want this horse so bad. Oh, you suck! I hate you! I hate you so much! Ah! Die, you blue menace! No! Gotta lure you out again. And you're like, I'm gonna back up. Why don't I have a machine gun sword? I want a machine gun sword. There we go. You, sir, are dead. Key I don't need. Where does this allow me to go? Is this, in fact, the end of the Zeldas? Apparently not. No, now we're just gonna go to this place. Oh, that's right. Do I go through the hole or not? I don't remember if I have to drop down or not. It's been so long. My gosh, does anybody remember? Oh, an extra life. Which I will lose in the process of trying to earn it walking into this trap. Hey, look! I got an extra life and then died. That was pointless. Okay. Trying to remember if I drop down, if I get like a chance here to... Yeah, that's right. This is the way. It's been a while. Fly over here. Yeah. And this is it. And then I have to fight this jerk. I haven't fought in a while. It's mostly about not getting knocked into the lava. Alright. Come on, jerk. Yep, okay. Do your thing. All right. Please pop up. No, no, that's. We don't need you to pop up over there. Please pop up nearby. Okay. Well, you can just do that if you want. I'm gonna jump over here and see if that makes you pop up someplace else. Aha. Oh. Well, I chose very poorly. This is not going well. There we go. That's what I was endeavoring to do. Aha! The thing about this dude is, like, this is pretty much his thing. He has, like, no final form or anything. So, as long as I'm patient and come into the room well enough equipped, as I have, I should be. He should already be dead, honestly, the way I'm playing. He should. Come on. Come on. Please come over here. Thank you. Here we are. Here we are. Just punched you in the head. Pew! There we are. Boom. Yep. Come on. Okay. Please come this way. Excuse me, sir. Really? You know, there are 2 other wonderful viable spots in this room you could choose to pop up. Okay. I deserve chagrin. Do you see how badly I'm doing here? This is embarrassing. Alright, I'm gonna jump over here. I don't have any clue if that makes sense. Should I just go over there and punch him in the head? Is that what needs to happen? I mean, seriously. What the heck? Alright, there we go. Almost finished, almost finished, almost finished. Come on. Come on, sir. Oh, look, you're over there. Imagine that. You're over there. Will you be over there again? Oh, you are. Oh, you did it again. You gonna do it again? No, you actually came over here. One more hit should do it. Hey, look, you're over there. Back up over there? No! There we go. Excellent. Grab a key I don't need. And through the door. Grab the jewel. Finish the 6th palace. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the door to the Great Palace is finally open. Watch those experience points climb up. Watch us game the system. Look at this. Hey there, Inksbane. How's it going today? It's going very well. Thank you, Britton. I appreciate the good word. Probably shouldn't have drapes that close to the lava, silly dragon. That is an excellent point, wasted bandwidth. Let's see. And, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the kindness. Let's bring that attack up. Now, you see other levels up there. All those from this point on, I think, get me are 1-ups, which can actually be significant. Ladies and gentlemen, we have defeated the 6th palace. Look at that. Now we're going to go over here to Invisible Town and pick up the very final thing that we are looking for in Invisible Town. Oh, come on, you jerk. Oh, that, you stupid skeletons! I hate you, stupid faces. Oh, come on. Come on, get over here. That's right. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Aha. This town is dead, that guy said. I wonder if he's still going to say that. I don't know. I defeated the monsters, and I met his friends from the other town. Let's go kneel to Wise Man. I can give you most powerful magic. And then he does. And that's right. It's time for thunder. Thunder, 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 thunder spell. Ho! Thunder magic, useful for clearing a room of a bunch of nasty mofos. Also ridiculously useful at the end of the game. Thunder spell actually not all that impressive when done on screen, like so, but quite useful. Let's see, anything to find in here? Oh, ain't nobody around. Most rooms almost have something. It's just like, nope. Going around. Alright, so I foolishly used half my magic on the thunder spell because I wanted to show it off, and that was a poor choice because I forgot I was in an empty town where no one will help me refill my magic. So that was stupid. But that's okay, because we're not going to make a serious run at the Great Palace until the final episode. Why is that, you may ask? Because one thing you do when going to the Great Palace is grab all the extra lives that you didn't grab during the game and bring them along. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I will just tell you frankly, the Great Palace does not mess around. That's right. So we're going to die here. How many lives do I have? Yeah, I'm on my final life. You know what? Link, it's been real. Ah! That's right. Oh, wait. Well, I had two. Well, you know what? Ah! Yeah, that's really cool there. All right. The Holy Spirit entering his mortal coil. What? Oh, yeah. All right. So, friends, thank you for coming along on this journey with me. All like you poor, delightful, misguided human beings that offer me encouragement in this place. I've got some things ironed out here. I should be able to play a little more soon. I'm tempted to make a run at the palace tonight, but I think that's a mistake looking at the time. So we're gonna do one more episode. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I miss you, and thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. So I will see you again soon when we finally make that ultimate run up up the gauntlet of pain and to the gates of the great palace. Until next time, I am not going to screw up this save. I'm going to save correctly this time. So see y'all. Bye bye.